Hey guys, how's it going? So I was doing analysis for this match that I played. I'm sorry if the audio cuts out. I'm trying to figure out how to fix the microphone here. So I'm just keeping it as close to my mouth as possible because it keeps cutting in and out. I don't really know how to make it consistent. So anyway, I was playing this Queen's Gambit declined, and I had some interesting results, so I wanted to share it with you. And it's currently 4 in the morning, but I can't sleep, so let's go through this. So, for those who don't know, the standard line for Queen's Gambit declined, how you open is you go d4, d5, c4, and then your opponent has some choices to make. So, here. So, in this position, he can either accept the gambit and take this pawn, or he can play e6, solidify his position, and you go into a Queen's Gambit declined line. There are a couple variations you can play. So my opponent took. This gives me the opportunity to play knight c3. The very first move you should, if your opponent takes, the best option is just to take the full center. So you should play e4 immediately. So the idea is e4. I don't know what my probably like a knight move like here or here. Here. Okay, so for me, this is the plan here. Eventually to take this pawn here, but to develop and take the full center, and then eventually get this knight out. Yeah, so he plays knight c6. I'm gonna play knight, knight f6. Is f? Yeah, knight f6. I play knight c3. Plays e6. It's kind of passive. It'd be more aggressive to attack the center here, and then I'd have to either exchange the pawn or push. So I'm going to take the opportunity to grab the pawn here because it's hanging. He's going to attack my knight, pinning it to the king here. So I play this move here, bishop to d2. This is actually an inaccuracy because this pawn is hanging. So there's nothing guarding the pawn when the bishop is here. So he can grab it if he wants. What else is wrong with this position? Let's see. So now he's going to play his knight to c6, and he's going to attack this pawn twice. I'm going to play this move here, trying to attack the knight. It was recommended, instead of this move here, to play this immediately. Kind of kick the bishop away, and I don't know what the full idea is behind that move, but maybe to push both these pawns up or something, I don't know. Right now this pawn is guarded, so it's better just to push this, kick the knight away, and I guess accept the doubling of my pawn structure here, otherwise maybe play queen c2. I'm not too sure. What does Stockfish think of queen c2? Oh, because this is hanging after that. Yeah, no, that's a bad move. Okay, so yeah, so the only move I guess would have been this. So knight here. Playing this, he's gonna move the knight away instead of taking. Gonna play knight f3. So I have some development here. This bishop's not in the best square or the best space. This pin is still an issue, but it's not too bad. He has 3 active pieces. I have, I'd say roughly 4 active pieces. One is kind of locked down right now. I gotta address that. He's gonna move his knight to a better square. to b6, attacking this bishop, and also now this is still being attacked, but now I have a defender, so it's not a big deal. I gotta find a square for my bishop. I decided to move back to d3. It would have probably been better to pin the knight here, but I like to keep my bishop, so I didn't think that would be particularly useful. He castles here, and this is what made the game so interesting, because now we have the perfect position for Greek sacrifice. So yeah, we have our bishop aligned to take this pawn. We have our knight that can hop to g5. The bishop here is blocked off, so it can't guard f5 here. Well, it can't be placed on f5 to guard against taking the pawn here or guarding against checkmate. And yeah, all of his pieces, his active ones, are on the side of the board. So yeah, this is just a perfect opportunity, so I'm gonna Greek sacrifice. So we're threatening mate in 1 here. The only way to prevent this, literally, is queen takes here. He knows this line, so he takes. It would have been better to take with the bishop here, but it amounts to the same thing. He's going to play f6 immediately, so I'm going to take. He's going to activate his rook. I'm going to castle on this side. Stockfish prefers queenside castle. The idea is just like to keep it, well, the idea is to attack. But I didn't find this was particularly safe because the knights are hopping all over the place here, and this bishop is still dangerous. So I played it safe. Okay, so he takes. Move my bishop here to skewer these two pieces, these knights. He plays here, attacking my bishop and my my rook. I'm gonna move the rook here. The idea being to check here and get some sort of mating attack going against the king over here. So he sees this, so he moves his bishop immediately back to e7, breaking the pin, and preventing me from any shenanigans with my rook here. Stockfish prefers to just take here, but that didn't happen. So I play an absolutely, for me, a terrible move. I mean, the reasoning was it kind of made sense at the time, but now reflecting back, it's awful. So I'm gonna take the knight with my bishop, double his pawn structure, but opens the file here for him, so it's a bad move. I'm gonna move my knight to the square here to attack his rook. He's gonna move his rook back. Play my queen to d2, just attacking the knight on c2. He's gonna move back, and I'm gonna play a3 as a follow-up. So gain some tempo on the knight here, and improve my pawns. So these two pawns are guarding each other, and this rook can't take. This bishop's still a threat here. Okay, so yeah, this bishop is kind of annoying. So I played this move, g3, just trying to get my bishop on this this corner here, come up with some sort of attack. Plays pawn to c5. It's kind of, he needs to do something to get his pawns down here. Start promoting. This bishop is protecting, but this bishop's also blocked off on this side. These bishops are kind of no good, actually. Their scope is severely limited. So the only real active pieces he has right now are his knight and his rook. Maybe both of his rooks. Though his rook can't get here easily right now, so that might have been an idea. I mean, rook here. So anyway, I play queen here. It's getting into space up, so that's, well, the idea I had was trying to align it with some sort of attack with the knight here. But that doesn't actually make much sense. The better option would have been to go in this direction, which I didn't see until analyzing this game. So he plays knight here. Gotta move my queen again. I'm gonna move my queen here to e4. He moves back to d5. I'm gonna play my knight on the rim here to h5. I don't know, trying to come up with some sort of mate here. If we can remove the rook, it could be effective. So he moves his bishop to this diagonal here. He knows I'm not going to take because I'm trying to get some sort of attack here. And I think I'm down material, so I don't want to trade pieces. I'm actually up material. It's only because of the queen's evaluation. So yeah. I moved my my rook here to e1. Apparently the sacrifice was better. I guess he takes here, here, here. This is force, so we just trade rooks. And then I can kind of infiltrate this position here. But I didn't do that, so after this, he takes. I play rook here, just defending my pawn. And he plays his knight here. So this actually gives me the open file, but I didn't notice that immediately. So I tried getting my queen over here first. Which doesn't make much sense. It does provoke this move here. So after provoking that move, now I play my rook. He plays here. This is still a threat to move my queen. I'm making a sacrifice here. I don't know why. It's kind of I kind of just wanted to get my rook and queen in this corner so that I could really create some sort of threat here. So yeah, this I guess was the wrong move. The right move probably would have been here, here. What do I do here? Here? Maybe moves here. Here, I try to mate me. And that would be checkmate. Yeah, so that was that would have been the better idea. Instead of the ridiculous line I went for. Just queen here. This is forest. And I just take the rook. And this is where he originally resigned. From here, it's not too good for him. He has to do this. Actually, I don't know why he's doing this. This makes no sense. Yeah, that knight just has nowhere good to go. Stockfish, for some reason, recommends this move, and I don't understand it. If you guys know why Stockfish recommends that, let me know in the comments below. But I think after this, here is a move because you want to, I guess, prevent the queen from coming here. Otherwise, I don't really know the points. So yeah. Oh, and this is, I also can't check him here, so it's just preventing the checking squares here, but you can still do this. And this. And if you want to just mate, go here, here. That's mate. If you want to take all the pieces, then you can do this. After king h6, grab this here. And then Stockfish doesn't recommend even moving your bishop. Your bishop's going to be captured at some points eventually. I guess you can move this. Yeah, that is a move you can make. But you don't have time to prevent this, and then after this, you're just taking, and yeah. This is completely lost. There's really not much you can do here. It's just going to be takes. Maybe try to advance here. And oh, is this? Oh, this is funny. Okay, so here, here. He has one turn, but it's mate. Okay, so that was the entirety of the game. It actually finished after I took his rook, which was right here. He resigned. But it was fun. It was definitely fun to see this, this Greek gift in a Queen's Gambit declined. And yeah, it was very instructional, just going through the mistakes and seeing what the best options and plays were. Analysis is vital for just improving and getting better, so this was good.